All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for Thursday, October 28th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your full Friday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by ThriveFantasy.com, and if you go to ThriveFantasy.com, you can bet all the player props going on tonight and all the college football games, NBA, NHL. You want to check it out, use promo code ATS at ThriveFantasy.com or get it in the App Store. If you go to the App Store and you just type in Thrive Fantasy, and you can see their banners here on our website in the top right-hand corner, lower left-hand corner. And if you're watching on a at ATS Stats, just look below. Once you log into the website, look below the article and the write-up. You'll see all the information, the promotions they got going tonight for this weekend in college, NFL, NBA, and NHL. All right, I'm going to say good morning now to Underdog Snipers in the house. Hey, if you're not first, you're last, says Sniper. Hey, Sniper's in the house. There's good morning, Snipe from the Peg. You got Lou Forte. Good morning, Lou. Hopefully you're having a good Friday. There's Mike S. How you doing, Mike? And Mitchell Watson. Good morning, all. Happy College Thursday. Yes, it's College Football Thursday, and this is where we have a little bit more attention to college football. I'm going to give you guys the new system forecast, which I think is doing very well. I'm going to talk about the college football top 25 ranking, and I'm going to go back to last week, and I'm going to show you where to find some value. In fact, when I did my research, I believe there was 6 teams in the top 25 that lost last weekend. And this is a great time of year, right? We're getting into November next week, and the college football, every team in the top college football 25 has got that big bullseye on their back. It's whatever their ranking is, right? And if you got a ranking in November, you know that teams are gunning for you, and it's going to be an exciting next 3 weeks in college football, and we'll get to that today. But again, folks, thanks for tuning in each and every day right here to the Raymond Report. My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time champion sports handicapper based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. My first gig, my first site I ever created was in 1996, and it was Phoenix Sports. That's right. If you guys remember the old Phoenix Sports ticket, the PST, we used to call it back in the day, affectionately known as the PST. We had a lot of great handicappers on there and a lot of good people. A lot of good people in the PST. In fact, if anybody remembers the PST, just give me a shout out there in the bullpen. I would love to see some old faces, some old names. I still keep track on Facebook with some of the old long-timers, first-timer, long-timers, but they're all there each and every day. And there's my buddy Bo Jackson. How you doing, Bo? Bo's in the house. OG Wheat's in the house. And everybody's getting fired up for a college football Thursday. We're going to dabble into the NHL, NBA, and we're always talking about the sports betting index, the SBI, the MVI, the market value index, and also money management, right? You know, guys, I'm going to harp on this. I know you guys are probably going to be tired of hearing me this. I sound like a broken record. But the money management system that I've been using the last year or so is you got to have two types of bankrolls. Your beer and pizza money and your sports investing money, right? And if you are a member of ATSstats.com and you go to any of the tabs on top, and let's say you go to NHL, you go NHL picks, you'll notice that I have my action investment, right? These are for my beer and pizza money bets, and I'll bet anywhere from $20, $25 per game. And you can see here I post my beer and money picks, but my top plays that I bet $100 to $500, they're in the premium section, and I normally just bet 1 or 2 premium bets a week. Money management, guys. More. I think the message is getting out there with a lot of media types who are now, hopefully they're listening to the podcast. And when you do these podcasts, there's a train of thought that when you really believe in something, and the other handicappers and other bettors start, listen to it intensively and say, you know what, I know he's been saying this for 10 times, and now it's clicking in, right? I need a good money management betting system to really, to make my investments, because right now you cannot bet every game with the same amount of money. If you do, it's Russian roulette, in my opinion, right? You got to treat, and the thing is, you got to treat every day like it's a new day. It's like, you do your homework during the week for NFL. There's a reason why NFL and college football are king of football, of sports, right? Because it's once a week. And everybody, I always say the average Joe and Jane, the 9 to 5 or whatever their work schedule is, 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours a week. They don't have time when they come home and start handicapping. Oh, I just got home at 6:30 and I gotta hurry up, eat supper, and start doing my homework because the Knicks and Bulls are playing in 10 minutes. Nope, people don't like to be rushed, right? And this is why hopefully when people have free time at lunch or in their day, they can listen to these type of podcasts. There's a lot of great podcasts out there. And the secret to a good podcast is, is less than an hour, right? I think that if you would talk to anybody who listens to the podcast, and I get it all the time, hey, your podcasts are too long, man. I get it. And trust me, if anybody who's trying to shorten the podcast, it's me. But, I get on these stupid rants, and next thing you know, it's an hour and 20 minutes, right? And I say, okay, every day, I tell my wife this. I said, man, my podcast, I want to get them to 40, 45 minutes. And she's always saying, how long was your podcast? An hour or two. Too long. I know. I know, eh? It's like, anyways, well, we won't get into that discussion. But, hey, I know out there that in order to get a good podcast, but in order to get good information, you don't want to be rushed through a podcast, right? I think, as much as we want quantity, we also want quality, right? And I think that's the name of the game in the podcast system. You want quality information, and you want to do it, and especially when you got great people in the bullpen that are chiming in, like Miss Denica coming in saying good morning, and So, anyways, a little bit of a rant right there, but what I'm trying to get at: have a good money management system. Have a exactly, pearls anytime. Make OG wheat. Give them the pearls, Ronnie. That's all they want. They don't care about like I say, I got a face for radio. But, they don't care about what you do. If you win a Nobel Peace Prize, they just want the pearls. Just give them the pearls, Ronnie, because that's what they come for, and they want the pearls. And that's what hopefully we'll do here each and every day. Monday to Friday, you can tune in to the Rain Report on our YouTube channel. And if you missed the live show, don't worry. You can always watch the replay, or you can catch it here on atsstats.com. Again, if you're interested in my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, you go to ATS Stats, go to Tools, go to 50 Greatest Secrets, and you can go right here, and you can get some of my tips. And then if you want the videos, I also got a video on the Rain Report. If you go to Tools, go to ATS Tutorials. I got about 18 videos that you can watch on your free time, and anywhere from 5 to 4 minutes in length. I try to keep them short. Those ones I try to keep short, right? Because if you're watching a video, you don't want to be there, and I don't want to keep you hostage for like 3 hours watching a video. But so you can see the tutorial videos. I got tip videos on my homepage at the YouTube channel, and every day, if you go to the YouTube channel, if you do want the Coles Note version of my picks, I do have NHL, NBA, NFL, and then the longer podcast. That's where we we sit down, we break bread together, right? All right, let me see what you guys are saying right now. No notifications today. Did you guys get your notifications? I don't know what's going on with YouTube lately, but I guess some people are not getting their notifications. I'm sure everything is perfect. How are you, my man? Morning. Pearls for the time any day. Speaking for myself, I take anything you'd like to share with us, coach. Right on. How are you, Underdog Sniper? Got time for pearls. I'm good for the pearls. I remember yesterday I was telling you guys my Charlie Sheen story. I forgot to tell you my Charlie Sheen story. So it was 99, 2000, maybe 2001. I was having supper at the old house, and my phone went off, and it was upstairs, and I had my office upstairs, and I pick up the phone. I run up, Phoenix Sports Ticket. Yeah, I want to get your picks for tonight. Hockey that's going off pretty soon. I said, okay, no problem. So I'll just take your name, and okay, what's your name? Charlie. Okay, last name Sheen. I go, what? Like the actor Charlie Sheen? He goes, hey, how you doing? I said, that's awesome. I said, I'm doing great. I said, it's funny that you want a hockey picks from a guy in Canada, but hey, man, that is pretty awesome. And so that was my Charlie Sheen story. That he called me up one day to get my hockey picks, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then we backed and forth a few times, and I tried to get him on the website once, and he was doing the show. His his show there. What is it? The 2 minute or two, whatever the show was called there. And he goes, no, I can't. CBS won't allow me to do on Game Insights. He goes, I would love to do it, but he goes, I won't be able to come on because of my contract. And I say, hey, no problem. You made my day by calling me anyway. So it was pretty cool. So that is my Charlie Sheen story, and that's my claim to fame right now. All right, so there you have it. That is a little off rant, but hey, that's what you get here when you tune into the Rain Report, right? All right, so let's get on with the show, and let's get to the horse racing industry. And, 2.5 Men. That was the name of the show, 2.5 Men. All right, so let's go to the horse racing industry. Let's go to free tip sheet. Let's go to Belmont Park. And let's take a look at race number 1 today. It is a full Friday, Mark Nations? That's what we call our Thursday here, right? It's a full Friday. Feels like a Friday, but it's a Thursday. But it's a full Friday. All right, Belmont Park, $10,000 claiming race here in race number 1 today at Belmont. 12:35 post time, 6 furlongs on the dirt. We are going to go 256 in race number 1 today at Belmont Park. Quality Stones with Carmouche taking the ride here on the number 2 horse. 2-1 morning line is the odds on Quality Stone. The number 5 horse, Gentle Annie. Gentle Annie would cancel taking the ride here on the 5 Gentle Annie, 6-1 morning line. And the number 6 horse, Extra Effort, Manny Franco taking the ride on 6 Extra Effort, 8-5 morning line. There's your favorite right there in the race. And your joker, your value play is a nice little long shot today in race number 1 today at Belmont. It's the number 4 horse, Cover Photo, with Ramos taking a ride on the 4 horse, 25% in the money. Ramos is in the last 100 races. And today, folks, if you're going to play at the Belmont Park, you want to play race number 1, I'm going to recommend an exacta box, 2-5, 5-6, 6-4. Always remember to box those horses. And if you are going to play a trifecta, 2-5-6, 4-5-6 trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. And if you're going to play the joker, and this is the way I bet my horses each and every day when I bet the ponies, I play the double Dutch betting system. That is, let's say I got a $20 budget per race, depending on the odds, right? If the odds like 20-1, I'll put 20. If it's lower odds, I might do like, $10 budget. But I'll do number 4 horse. I'll put 10 to win, 10 to place. $20 total. This way, if Cover Photo at 20-1 comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, you get paid once, and that's how I bet the ponies at any track that I go to, right? And not just Belmont. So those are my recommendations today at Belmont Park. And folks, if you want the entire tip sheet today for Belmont Park, you can go to ATS, all races 1-9, all for free. All you got to do is go to Tools, and then once you get to Tools, go to Horses, go to Free Tip Sheet, in the pull-down menu, go to Belmont Park, and then you will see the selections right there for Belmont Park. All right, what do we got on deck here? Let me see. Let me check the schedule. Running a little late this morning, just doing the NFL, right? Had to do an extra NFL video. All right, SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's take a look at what's come in. And again, if you are tuning in for the very first time here at ATS, you know the SBI stands for Sports Betting Index. And what we do in this segment is we take a look at what has come in the night before, the last 7 days, the last month, the last 3 days. So this way we know if we're in a bullish, bearish, or neutral market when it comes to sports betting. And if you bet last night in the NBA, the favorites went 4-6. A lot of underdogs. Look at that. It was was it the first night? Yep. It was the first night underdogs took the night. In fact, the dogs won 6 of the 10 games last night straight up. And if you are betting underdogs, you did very well last night. Yep, John Paresco says NBA favorites got hammered last night. Got hammered like a nail. And 7-3 for the dogs on the ATS record. 3-7 to the under. And if you look at all the games this year in the NBA, look at all the unders coming in. In fact, the under is hitting at 60.2%, 70% last night. On the 7-day average, 62.5%. But you know my saying, what goes up must come down. Now, the thing is, you're saying, okay, Ron, do I bet all the overs tonight or do I stick to the unders? I can't give you that because my crystal ball is broken and I can't, it's like trying to catch a falling knife, right? I can't predict that. I don't have tomorrow's newspaper with me. But what I can tell you is this. Lower your limits. If you see that right now, the over and unders are coming in at a 65% clip the last 3 days, you don't know what's going to come in over or under tonight, but what you can control is the amount of units you're going to wager, and this is why the Beer Pizza Money Management System is one of the probably, I'm not going to say the best because I don't have no proof to back that up, but for me, it's a very reliable system that, that I won't go broke. All right, so those are the SBIs for the NBA. Let's take a look at the NHL and what has come in the last couple of nights in the National Hockey League. And looking at last night for the favorites, 2-3 for the favorites. So, hey, the dogs were barking on a hump day Wednesday yesterday. Eh? Somebody was smiling like a butcher's dog yesterday if you're playing all the underdogs. And looking at the favorites in the last 7 days, 45.4. So, sorry, that's the underdogs. The favorites, 54.6% the last 7 days. The over-unders, very balanced. See, compared to the NBA, in the NHL, the over-unders are very balanced. 48.3% the last 7 days. 51.7% of the unders have come in. And again, puck line, hello. Hey, is this thing on? Hello, puck line. Hey, if you bet the puck line, like last night, go figure, right? The only puck line that I gave a 2-team parlay in the puck line. I didn't like any of the games last night, so I did a 2-team parlay on Philadelphia and Boston. Sure enough, the one that loses is the Boston Bruins. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? All right, send the pearls in, Ron. Hey, I got to get a jeweler here to sponsor us there, eh? Pearls Jeweler or something like that. Hey, wouldn't that be a great sponsor for the show? Pearls Jeweler. We give out pearls every day. That'd be kind of funny. All right, hey, I'm laughing by myself here. All right, hope you had a good pick. Hope you got the pick right. It says Mark Nations. I don't send the pearls. All right, we already read that. All right, college football. Let's take a look at week number 9. Even though we're going week 9, now the computer, as I said at the beginning of the year, didn't understand week 1 is week 0. So if you see week 9, that's the reason. Hey, now you know the rest of the story, as Paul Allen would say. Week 1 here is really week 0. So you can see here, this is like week 8. So last week, 67.3% of the favorites came in last week, 32.7% of the underdogs. But looking at the total, look at that. Neutral, look at all the neutrals. If you do like betting the college football, we're in the neutral market when it comes to the point spread, right? So I think the units are safe. If you wanted, 1 to 5 units, fire away. But the unders, the last 2 weeks, 57.4% of the games have gone under. Now, when I see the last 2 weeks, all the unders have come in. 2 things come to mind. 1, injuries. 2, weather, right? So 2 things you want to look at when you're doing your homework this week. Keep an eye out on the weather in some of those colder climate areas like Wisconsin, Michigan. Who knows what's going to be like in East Lansing this weekend. I believe it's in East Lansing, right? That game, Michigan State. I believe it's in East Lansing this weekend. And the NFL, we got one NFL game here tonight. I got a free pick for you guys on that one between the Cards and the Packers. Packers 6-1 on the year, Cardinals 7-0, but we do have some bad news. You got 2 teams going in tonight, and this is where you get to week number 8 of the NFL season, and injuries start taking a little bit of toll. And this is where maybe the Thursday night game, once you get to November, you shelf that Thursday night game, right? And Paul Harvey now, you know the rest of the story. You got to write your pick you gave to Charlie Sheen, and it's Paul Harvey now. Hey, stick around. You'll have a lot of fun here at the Rain Report. But, so, hey, what do you guys think? Those Thursday night football games, once you get to November, after Halloween, shelf those Thursday night games. I think it's too much, right? Let's concentrate on college football. It's just you got NBA, you got NHL. You don't need Thursday night college football games, but I'm sure Amazon and NFL Network have another opinion on that. But that's why they make the big bucks, and that's why I do podcasts. Okay? Give me the cards, says Plant Base. Give me the cards. My gypsy cards. All right, so what do we got on deck here? Oh, the market value index. So, my good friend Bobby Hubby is going to be happy. I sent him a little demo on what he requested. So, Bobby, if you're listening, shoot me an email. Let me know if you like what I sent you. Now, looking at the Bears and Bull report in NFL, Cardinals, Rams, Packers, Buccaneers, Cowboys, and Titans. Those are your bullish teams right now in the NFL. And these here are your value plays of the week, right? No, I wouldn't say plays, your value teams that if you do bet these teams, they probably have a lot of value. And which team is really going to start playing some football, right? I say it all the time. Sports betting, you go in cycles. And these, winning cycles, losing cycles. And some of these teams right now, you can see they're stuck in a bad cycle. Which one of these teams here are going to start eventually, either win straight up or against the number? Dolphins, Texans, Panthers, Broncos, Seahawks, Redskins, 49ers, and Lions. Those are your bearish teams right now in the National Football League. All right, so let me get on to the it's about time favorite covers. Give me the cards. Oh, cards. Okay. I thought you were talking about, hey, he's talking about, give me the cards. I'm talking because I'm talking Crystal Ball and tomorrow's newspaper. I thought you were talking about gypsy cards. They're plant-based, but you mean the Arizona Cardinals. The cards. Okay. Yeah, we're on track here. You can see we're having a lot of fun here on a full Friday, right? All right. Okay. So last week, I talked about the college football top 25 ranking, right? So we talked about the teams. We're getting to that point now where a lot of these college football teams They got the big bullseye in their back. And when I'm looking for value, now when I look at last week's team that lost in the top 25, Penn State lost to Illinois. Oklahoma State lost to Iowa State. That was a great football game. We got the cover, though. I was happy about that. Kentucky had a bye. Coastal Carolina lost to App State. We had NC State losing to Miami. That was a close one right there. And then Clemson lost to Pittsburgh. So that really shouldn't count because Pittsburgh is also in the top 25 teams, right? So we had a lot of byes last week. 11-4. The teams went last week. Now, looking at this week, the top 25 teams, and again, what I did is I took a look at the top 25 ranking, and I went on the coaches poll. I didn't use the AP top 25. I'm a football coach. I'm gonna put more credibility. No disrespect to reporters, but I'm gonna watch coaches poll because they know who they're taking and who they're playing, right? All right. So when I look at number 1, you got Georgia taking on Florida. -14 is the line. My line was -31, so you can see that they're overvalued. Cincinnati playing Tulane. And I'll just, I'm not going to go through all top 25. Here are 3 teams. I'll just give you 3 teams that I think that are in dangerous spots this weekend when it comes to the point spread. Not losing the game. I'm going to go point spread here, right? So number 1, you got Oklahoma taking on Texas Tech. That was a warning shot last week by Kansas, right? They gave I was doing all the yard work and I listened on the radio, and the guys on radio telling people in Kansas to get to the game, that they're letting the gates open. Hey, slow down there, slow down. It's still Oklahoma, right? Still Lincoln Riley. Now, the line on this game here against Texas Tech, which fired Matt Wells this week, is -19. My line on the game, -17. So you can see they're overvalued here today. So I think Texas Tech might be a nice play at +19. That's one of my top 25. I'll call it the bullseye game because these teams all have big bullseyes on their back. The other game that I'm going to recommend here is let me take a look here. Okay, we got Ohio State against Penn State, Michigan. I do like Michigan State this weekend. I'm not going to lie. I got Michigan State. It's one of my plays. The other one is Oregon. Oregon against Colorado. The line on this game is -23.5. I had Oregon at -10. That was my line, -10. And when I say my line, I'm not talking about -10 against Colorado. I'm talking about if you were to buy them on the stock market, that's where their market value lies in the macro environment of everything, right? So I think Colorado plus 23.5 is a good value play going against the top 25 teams. And the other one is, let me see here. What was the other one I had here? It is, let me tell you in 1 second. It's Wake Forest. It's not a big one, though. Like -16.5. My line was 15.5. So it's not a huge number. But Duke plus 16.5 might be a nice little, nice be a little play. Might be a little play right there on Duke plus 16.5. So the 3 bullseye teams today for this week, number 9. I think Texas Tech plus 19 against Oklahoma. I think Colorado plus 23.5 against Oregon, and Duke plus 16.5 against Wake Forest. Those are, I think, the dangerous teams for the top 25. Now, the ones I highlighted, I think Iowa against Whiskey is dangerous. Notre Dame against North Carolina is a dangerous one. Kentucky against Mississippi State, it could be a dangerous game. Oklahoma, nah. Kansas is not too well. You know what? Kansas gave Oklahoma a good run last week, but I think the Cowboys will be fine. And so those are the your top 25 ranking. Those 3 teams, the bullseye value plays of the week, and that's where I'm just going to share that with you guys. All right, so I did that. What else we got on deck? Oh yeah, the law of average pick. So you know what? We gave out the law of average pick last week, and they did very well. I told you guys. I gave you the record yesterday. I don't know if I did. Let me see here. What did the value? 20-14. That's right. They went 20-14. So let me go to my law of average picks for this week. And if you are wondering what is the law of average pick, it's basically you want to play in a team that lost straight up and against the point spread versus a team that won straight up and against the point spread. And it's a law of average theory I got from my good friend Ross Benjamin. And you want to check out Ross at rbwins.com. Ross is a really good, if you're looking for really good college football picks, Ross Benjamin is one of the best guys in this industry and a great handicapper. All right, so let's take a look here of the law of average plays this weekend. UNLV against Nevada. Now, I shouldn't say pick. I should say indicators, right? Because what we normally do in handicapping is that when we do our, especially in a college football Saturday, you get like 70 football games. You can't say every one of these is going to be a pick. This is a starting point. When you do your handicapping, this is a good page to print out and start your handicapping, because you need a process of elimination, right? When you got 70 college football games, it's information overload. You got so much information out there. You need a system, you need a belief system, and this is why the Raymond Report, we talk about value, percentage play, and performance cycles / indicators. And these are indicators that, you know what, let's say, and again, this is not a pick, but let's say you do have let's say, for instance, let's give an example right now. Let's say you got 3 or 4 good plays that you like this weekend. Well, I'm going to go through this law of average pick or indicator, and then you might say, okay, here's my game. Right on. It's, it gives you I always say, the more strings of confidence and more indicators we can string along, the more confidence you have in your selection, right? So if you believe in this system, now, to me, hey, just take a look at everything what's going on in sports betting. It's all about even Steven, right? 50-50. I always say the example of the sports book, right? What does he want? He throws a party, you got 100 people. He wants 50 betting on Michigan, 50 betting on Michigan State. Then he makes his money in the middle. All right, so we got UNLV, a law of average play. Tulsa against Navy. We got North Carolina. I do like North Carolina here this weekend against Notre Dame +4. Rutgers +1.5, -1.5 against Illinois. Could be a flat spot for Illinois coming off that big win over Penn State last week. Northwestern against Minnesota. Minnesota's been a pretty good covering machine, though. So be careful. Penn State against Ohio State. Yeah, I think Ohio State's going to make an example this weekend. They're going for style points. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a blowout. I do like Penn State's defense, though. Penn State's got a great defense. They're just a one-trick pony on offense. The number 5 receiver, right? And the running game's not there, and Clifford is a bit banged up, but we'll see. Clemson, Clemson hasn't covered a spread, I think, all year. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or they've lost their last 5 against the point spread. They're playing Florida State this weekend. Bowling Green, Temple, Duke, Iowa, North Carolina State, NC State. I love NC State this weekend. Wyoming, Boston College, Hawaii, Iowa State. Dangerous spot for Iowa State. West Virginia, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde team. They're Jekyll at home. They hide on the road, but they're at home this weekend, getting 7.5 against Iowa State, coming off a big win last week against Oklahoma State. Georgia Southern, Arizona State, TCU. Yeah, what a weird year this is here, TCU, right? Florida International, Colorado. You have Texas. You have Fresno State, South Alabama, the Jaguars, and Southern Miss. And those are your law of average indicators. Yeah, maybe I got to change this word. Instead of using law of average pick, law of average indicators for week number 1. Good morning, Zach. How you doing, buddy? Zachary Reed's in the house. James Little is in the house. He took Green Bay +12.5. I guess you teased that, I guess. Paralysis by analysis. If one gets too much info, as Ron is saying, you have to weigh a willing down the list to get the best. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Yeah, Michael Robinson, if you guys read that, paralysis by analysis. When you got so much information, you need some type of system that eliminates some of the games, right? You can't bet every game. If you do, I'll take your action. That's for sure. If you want to bet every game, I'll take your action. But just a disclaimer, so this way I don't get kicked off YouTube. I'm just kidding. Hey, you never know today. All right, let me see. Law of average. College, okay, let's go to those computer picks. Now, here's the thing. Do you guys want the computer picks or the system picks? I'll let you guys decide. You guys tell me which one you want, the computer picks or the system picks. This here is the system picks, and let me show you the difference. Saturday. So college football. This here is the new computer system picks, and what this does, it gives you the forecast, the chance of winning, the chance of covering, and the chance of game going under. Or if you want the computer picks, you can go here and go to computer picks. And this here, if you're asking what's the difference between the computer picks and the system picks, the computer picks is when, let's say for instance, South Florida, when South Florida's in this situation as a 9.5 point to a 56.5 point, and I put a range of formula, and I only look for South Florida, and I give you the computer average of that. Or I can do when any football team's in that situation, I give you that, right? So I think you guys, system. All right, we'll go system. You guys like the system, so let's do the system. And thank you for posting that. That's what I love. When we do something like that, and it's that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are liking the system picks. All right, so let's go Troy against Coastal Carolina. I believe that game's tonight. We're going to go Coastal Carolina, 35-17, the over-under. I won't have the over-under because I'm not. I'll have to sit here and do the math, and that'll take me another extra 20 minutes. 16.5 point Carolina. The chances of winning 82% for the Chanticleers, right? The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. I think, yeah. All right, East Carolina taking on South Florida. 34 for East Carolina, 22 for the Bulls, and we got East Carolina winning by 81.2%. UNLV taking on the Nevada Wolfpack. We got the Wolfpack winning 39-19, so we got them winning by 10, not covering. Or actually, no, we got them by 20 right there on the line. Look at that. Is by 20, right? 39-19. 86.9% chance of winning tonight. And look at this, a 0% chance. So when I click on UNLV Rebels, and I look here, when any road underdog is 17.5 to 20.5, and totals between 57 to 61, coming off a loss straight up and against the number. Look at the record. 0-16. 0-16. Hey, not good. Not good, said Brady Hoke. Tulsa against Navy. We have, look at this. We got the Golden Hurricane winning 28-18. And we have the win percentage at 75.9%. Purdue against Nebraska. We have the Cornhuskers winning by 12 points here, right? 33-21, the over-under at, sorry, I don't have the over-under, 54, so it does like it over, and 84.6% chance of winning for Nebraska. Notre Dame against North Carolina, so we have the Irish winning here by 5, 32-27, but look at the chances of winning, 56.2 to 53.3, favoring the Fighting Irish. Michigan State, wow, the Wolverines 27, Michigan State 22. The chance of winning 62.1% for the Wolverines and 36.5% for the Spartans. I like the Spartans this weekend. That's one of my free plays that I'm giving out. But the system here does not like it's going on over. And look at that, 238 games in the system for both these teams. Wow. All right, we'll see. We'll see Monday morning if that's any good, right? Florida taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Now Georgia a 14-point favorite, and we do like the Bulldogs 32-16. And we have 84.4% chance of winning for Georgia. On my mind, Georgia on my mind. Illinois taking on Rutgers. We do have the Scarlet Knights winning 25-21. Chance of winning, though, 59.5 to 35.2, favoring the Scarlet Knights. So we'll see if they can get the job done on the road. Illinois, maybe a letdown spot after last week. And the thing is, once you played a game like Penn State, a physical football game, and you ran the ball a lot, I got a feeling Illinois is going to limp into this game with so many injuries and bobos. Man, I can tell you from coaching football, when you play a physical game like that, the wear and tear, it just carries on for like 2-3 weeks, right? I got a feeling Rutgers runs away with this. I think Illinois is too banged up after last week. Maryland taking on Indiana. We have the Terrapins winning 27-23, chance of winning 64%. Northwestern taking on Minnesota. We got the Golden Gophers 27, Northwestern 20, and we have 47 of the total. The total's 43, so we like it to go over. However, the Kogu, the chance of game going under, 48% for Minnesota, 27 for the Wildcats. Also, Penn State, Ohio State, 38-18, right there, right on the number almost, right? 20 points. 94.7% chance, and if you do like Penn State, out of 109 previous teams in this situation this weekend, I can't believe how many teams as a 19-point underdog actually won. Let me check here, that ratio. Let me see that. 10-97, wow. So you're saying we have a chance, eh? Hey, you're saying that Penn State has a chance. That's pretty amazing when you think about that. Of 109 games, 10 teams out of a 19-point dog won the game straight up. So we'll see this weekend if that happens. All right, Florida taking on Clemson. We have the Tigers winning 25-18. The over-under set here at what, 343. So likes it to go under. 62.8% chance for the Tigers, who really suck on offense this year. Buffalo taking on Bowling Green. The Bulls 34, Bowling Green 18. Chance of winning 95.2%. Bowling Green's been a good covering machine, though. Be careful. Virginia Tech taking on Georgia Tech. I love the Yellow Jackets here. 31-23, and the over-under at 70.3. Temple taking on the UCF Golden Knights with Gus Malzahn at the helm now for the UCF. 37-21 for the Golden Knights, and chance of winning 92.8%. Wake Forest taking on Duke. Hey, did you say Duke? 42-22. The over-under set here at 64, and it's at 69, so it likes it to go under. 85% chance of winning here for the Deacons. Iowa, Wisconsin. Yeah, no games here. I wonder why. Oh, look at the total. That's why. There's not too. Go try to find a total 36.5. Right. That's why the database is saying, oh, not happening. Man, that's like a soccer game right there. That's gonna be like watching. Remember that Simpson episode when the Springfield gets a new soccer team and everybody's all pumped for like first 10 minutes. That's what it's gonna be like in the fourth quarter, the second quarter maybe. UTEP taking on Florida Atlantic. 27-20. The over/under here at 47, and it likes it to go under at 48. 67% chance of winning for the Owls over the Miners. I think the Miners are having a good year, though. NC State taking on the Cardinals. We do like the Wolfpack winning this one here, 31-24, and 70% chance of winning for the NC State Wolfpack. Any horse picks today, Jared? Yeah, Jared, I gave the horse picks at the beginning of the show, and if you go into the horse section, you'll see the free tip sheet today. San Jose against Wyoming, 23-18, and 54% chance of winning for the Spartans. I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys lately, but ever since their last couple of games against, Fresno State and the who loses to New Mexico? The Cowboys do. That's who. And yeah, Wyoming, I think, has packed it in for the year. Hey, sorry about that. I know we have somebody from Wyoming there. I think Michael. Is it the Mitchell? Is it the Mitchell from Wyoming? I think. Syracuse against Boston. We do like the Orange here winning this one. 26-23, the over-under set at 49, so a hair under the total of 50.5. 58% chance of winning for Syracuse. Maybe Dino Babers might keep his job after all, right? Hawaii taking on Utah State. We do like the Aggies to win 34-30. The over-under set at 64. Look at that, eh? It's so tight. Look how tight the numbers are in the total. 65 is the over-under. We have it landing right there at 60. Well, if you round it off, it's probably 65. So 64.6% chance of winning for the Aggies. You got Iowa State against West Virginia. Be careful. West Virginia could be, they're a good team at home. A little bit of Jekyll and Hyde in them, right? Neil Brown, the head coach. 29-19, favoring the Cyclones. Cyclones thought they'd be better this year, right? They thought they'd be the contender in the Big 12. Georgia Southern against Georgia State. We do like. I'll tell you one thing who's going to win. It's a team named Georgia, eh? But it might be the Panthers. 28-23, and we have Georgia State Panthers winning with a 63.6% chance of winning. Arizona taking on Washington State. 31-17, chance of winning 77 for Herm Edwards and the Sun Devils. Oregon State taking on the Cal Bears. We got Cal winning this one 29-25. Over-under set here at what? 54. And what's the total? 55.5. You got to count out the rounding off, right? Yeah, so maybe on the line. 60% chance of winning for Cal. 42 for the Beavers. TCU. Oh, you know what? Okay, no. Yeah. TCU taking on Kansas State. Now, 31-27. And I do like TCU this weekend. I do like the Horned Frog. I think they can win straight up. And look at the chance of winning, 48.2, which is not bad, right? When you think of the, an underdog has a 48% chance. If you get to 50, it's even better. But Wildcats only 57, and I think they had to come from behind last week to get a 1-point victory, I believe. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Marshall taking on the FIU Golden Panthers, 42-24. And 93.5% chance of winning for the Thundering Herd. The quarterback on Marshall, I'd have to go look at his numbers. I really can't. Was it Wells? I think it was Wells. I thought he was going to have like a really, really big year. Maybe he has. I'll have to go check his numbers. But I know going into the season, this quarterback on Marshall was on the top 10 list of people to watch, right? Mississippi State taking on the Wildcats. I wonder if the Pirate, if he, what kind of Halloween candy he's going to, I don't think he'll be talking about Halloween candy this week. You can do that after a Vanderbilt game. I don't think you can do that after a Kentucky or a Alabama or a Clemson game, right? But love the Pirate, a Hal Mummy protege right there, or, good friends with Hal Mummy. 24-23 is the final for Kentucky. 61.5% chance of winning. for the Wildcats, but 52 for the Bulldogs. Good luck this weekend, Mike. All right, Oklahoma taking on Texas Tech. We like the Sooners here, 45-21. But again, be careful. Remember that bullseye I was talking about, those top 25 teams. But Texas Tech fired their head coach this week, so maybe maybe lights a fire under the players this week, right? To see if they take any accountability for that. And that's one thing, right? You get the coach gets fired, the players must feel like crap because their performance got their coach fired. But maybe they didn't have the right game plan. But who knows why? Who knows why people get fired? Oklahoma State 38, the Jayhawks 12, 84.6% chance of winning for the Cowboys. But look at this, Kansas State, 43 games. I'm just curious, who won is there a win here? There's 3 wins, 3 and 40. Who are the wins? Just Arkansas. All right, as a 28-point favorite. Arkansas against Louisiana Tech. That was on 2013. Everybody remember that game? November 29th. I'm sure Arkansas Razorback fan will remember that, right? So Arkansas right there. UNLV as a 20 against Boise. And, or maybe, anyways. Get off track here. Where was I here? Okay, all right, so Colorado, Oregon. We got the Ducks winning 38-13. 96.2% chance of winning. But again, this is another game I said watch out for. A value play is on Colorado. 38-13. 24, that's 27, 37. Yeah, right. So close. So close to the number, right? When you use the system plays. Pittsburgh against Miami. 34-26. Favoring the Panthers. 64.7. Kenny Pickett having a really good year. I don't know. I keep calling him Cody Pickett. I don't know why I call him Cody Pickett all the time. I know it's Kenny Pickett. Is there a Cody Pickett too? I don't know. Vanderbilt taking on Missouri, 41-22. And what's the over-under? 63. So it likes it to go over. 97% chance of winning for the Tigers. Maybe the head coach of the Tigers was it Elijah? What's his last name? Forget his last name. Wonder if he'll talk about Halloween candies after that game. Hey, you don't want to start a trend, start talking about Halloween candies after every Vanderbilt game. Sure, the Vanderbilt coach will get pissed off about that. Louisiana Tech taking Old Dominion. We have, let me see here, 30-24, and we got a 73% chance of winning for the Bulldogs. UL Monroe Warhawks at Appalachian State. We have the Mountaineers winning 48-16. We have Auburn taking on Mississippi State. Mississippi, not the state. The Rebels. Look at this. 33.4 for Mississippi and Auburn 33.1. So a small lean towards the Rebels. A 49.1% chance of winning for the Rebels. 33 for the Tigers. Texas taking on the Baylor. We have the Bears winning only by 1 though. 31-30. 54% chance. I love the Longhorns this weekend. Probably one of my top plays. Boise taking on Colorado State. The Rams are a 2-point home dog. But we have Boise winning by 1, 26-25, 62.9% chance of winning for Boise State, and 40% for the Rams. Texas State against UL, the Raging Cajuns, 41-15, favoring UL Lafayette. And Fresno, San Diego State. This is going to be a good football game. This here is a pretty good football game. But we have Fresno State winning by 1, 22-21. But look at this, a 72% chance of winning for Brady Hoke and the Aztecs right here. So interesting numbers right there. Cincinnati taking on Tulane, 48-23. The over-under set here at 71. So it likes it to fly over. Charlotte taking on Western Kentucky, 35-15. And we have South Alabama, 33. Arkansas State, the Red Wolves, 31. Southern Miss against Middle Tennessee State. We have 31-18 for the Blue Raiders. And we got Liberty beating UMass 45-10. And those are your funny. Pittsburgh has a quarterback named Pickett and a kicker named Blewett. Yeah, that is funny. All right, that is your system college football plays for week number 9. And again, if you missed any of the forecast, all you got to do is go to the YouTube channel, watch the replay, and then you can slow it down and you can see the chance of winning, chance of covering, or better yet, just get a membership and you get it for free, right? All right, what's your membership? All right, hey, Gloria K, just saw you stroll into the bullpen. Hope you're having a good day. Isaiah, there's my good friend from Minnesota. Hey, we'll talk about the one-goal favorites in just a few minutes. All right, so what else we got on deck here today? Thursday night football. So I gave a video earlier on, hailing from Michigan. It says Mitchell. Okay, just outside of Ann Arbor, Detroit area. Somebody was it maybe Michael Robertson? I think Michael's from out there in Wyoming or something like that. Or I thought it was Midwest. Anyways, if Michael's watching, I'm sure he'll let me know. Plain Vandy is Halloween candy. 619 Sosa. You like that one, Sosa? Hey, that's awesome. All right. Well, let me see. There's no. Let me see. There's no. I don't think the baseball. No, baseball's tomorrow night. All right. So let's go to that Monday night football game. Now I gave a video earlier out in the day about the Packers and Cardinals. Here's this. I'm not even going to play my beer and pizza money with this game here tonight. Now, you look at the Cardinals, all right, 7-0. You look at some of their wins. Let's take a look at their strength of schedule. That's what concerns me right there. See this? 11.1. That tells me they're beating the beatables. Let's see who they've beaten. All right, so we go to week 1. Don't you hate that? You get a sneeze, and next thing you know, it's like, okay, false alarm. They go to week 1, you go to Tennessee, and you beat them. You smash them 38-13. Then you play the Vikings, who took a long time to get going. They're finally rolling now, 34-33. That was a really close game. And then you beat the Jaguars. You beat the Rams. That was a convincing win. Of all these wins, which ones are really convincing wins, right? That's a credible win. That's convincing. 37-20, convincing. 17-10 to a 49ers team. 37-14 against the Browns, and 31-5. So of all these games, like 4 of them are very convincing, right? And the strength of schedule is not that, what is it? Strength of schedule goes last 3 games. All right. It's not 11% on the year. You look at the last 3, and they played the Texans, Browns, and 49ers. Only the Browns have a winning record. You look at Green Bay. Okay, they got smashed week 1 against the Saints, but then they fired back against the Lions, 49ers, Steelers, Bengals. 25-22 against a good Bengals team, which the Ravens can tell you. And the Bears, double check right there in the end zone. He owns the Chicago Bears. And then 24-10 last week against, you lose your quarterback week 1, then you're struggling the rest of the week, right? So which quarterbacks did they really beat? Okay, they beat Heineke, Fields, Burrow's a good one, Big Ben. I don't know if Garoppolo was playing in that one. Lions, Goff, and then Jameis, not Jamias, right? Jameis Winston. Hey, I always I heard that one. All right, Titans. Which quarterback they beat? All right, the Tannenhill, Cousins, Lawrence, Stafford, Matthew Stafford, Garoppolo, Baker, and who's in Texans right now? Tyrod Taylor or Mills. So, hey, just looking at the strength of schedule, that's one thing I like to do. I like to look who they played, who they beat, what was the situation leading into that game. Now, going in tonight, you don't have Devontae Adams. You don't have Lazar. You don't have J.J. Watt. Hopkins playing on one leg. So, when you trade off the, it's like trading off, football cards, right? I'll trade you this card for that card. No, that card's got to sit out tonight. Cards, no pun intended. But 6.5 point is the favorite here tonight. The over-under at 50.5. We're going to lean with Arizona here, 31-23. What does the forecast have? Let me go take a look at what the system forecast has on tonight's game. I like the over. I bet the over tonight. I think 49. It's really tough to really think what the public's going to be betting, right? I recommended the over. It's really low play, guys. 27-22, and look at that, 49. Look at the system. The system's right on it. 40, like if you round it off, 28, and so you say keep that at 22. It's at 50. Talk about tight numbers. If I was to play, the over, I think the over is where you want to go. Green Bay Packers, last 10 years on the away team on a Thursday night, 5-1 against the number, 12-5 on the road since '83. The mindset of the betting public, right? I always think, it's not, I'm not, I know that the team in 1983 is not the team in 2021, but always, anytime you do these type of stats, you're going with the perception versus reality, and what was the perception on that day, the 12-5 records, right? But I think you got 2 gunslingers here at quarterback. They're going to find their weapons. They're going to find their points, and I think the over is probably the safe bet. And I'm not betting against Aaron Rodgers. That's one thing. And Kyler Murray. Hey, say what you want about Kyler Murray. When you're a 5'10", 5'11" quarterback and you are dominating like you are, that's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. In the last 10 games, head-to-head meetings, 5-5, 4-6-0 against the point spread, 3-6-1. Arizona's got the San Francisco on deck, but look at this. Green Bay has the Kansas City Chief on deck, so a couple of big look-ahead situations here, but at least they know they'll get some time off after a Thursday night game. But I'm going to go with the percentage play. Look at the Kogo, 74%. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over the total. Got spanked yesterday. Hopefully we do better. It's the network. I love the way he signs off. It's the network. Hey, I don't usually mess with plate finishers or scrappy dogs. Yeah. So that's my take on that game. I think this forecast looks a little bit better. The system forecast 27-22. Again, you want to bet against Rodgers? Good luck, right? He after week one, he really now you gotta start wondering if you need to do OTAs in the offseason, right? All right, let's go to the NBA. Let's take a look at the National Basketball Association, and let's go to the system play. Let's see what the NBA has in system tonight in the NBA. And let's go NBA. How are we doing on time here? 50 minutes. We're good. All right, the game of the night: New York Knicks taking on the Chicago Bulls. Your Chicago Bulls. 104.8 to 104.6. Wow, that's very tight. 2-0. I'd say 210. So likes it under. 53.7% chance of winning for Chicago. 55 for New York. Hey, you know what? The way the New York Knicks are playing, Chicago Bulls hasn't lost a game yet all year. This is a tough one here. What's the audience think here in this one? New York or Chicago? I'd have to look at the rain report after. Let me check the rain report. I think New York, the way they're playing, it's let me see. They have what's their road record right now? 1-0. Who do they play on the road? They went on the road and they beat the Magic. Yeah, 121-96. Chicago beat the Raptors, Pistons, Pelicans, Pistons. Yeah, they haven't played anybody. Celtics, Sixers. Yeah, New York's battle tested. I don't know, man. DeMar DeRozan now in Chicago. Zach LaVine. This is a tough game. I'll let you guys figure this one out. I'm gonna have to handicap that one some more. All right, Memphis taking on Golden State. I like the Warriors here. 116 to 113. The over/under set here at what? 9. So basically 230. So it's under 233. 59.7% chance of winning for the Warriors. Utah taking on the Rockets. 113 for Utah. 107 for the Rockets. Chance of winning 78.5 for Utah, but 57.1%, but a 66% chance of covering for the Rockets based on 18 previous teams in the database. Atlanta taking on the Wizards. We got the Hawks winning this one 110 to 106. Hey, remember yesterday I said I like the Washington against Boston. Hopefully you guys played that. That was a good play right there. 110-106. So we got the Atlanta winning by 4. 64% chance of winning tonight for the Hawks. Detroit taking on the Pistons. We got Philadelphia winning here by 12, 117 to 105. And we got San Antonio taking on Dallas, 113 to 107. And we have the Mavericks winning by, let me see here, 6 points, right? Got them winning by 6. 64.2% chance of winning. And when you click on Dallas, any NBA road team of 3.5 to 6 point home favorite, sorry, not road team, any 3.5 to 6.5 point home favorite totals 220.5 to 225, coming off 2 straight up wins. Those prior teams in the past, 18-10, 16-12 against the point spread, but very balanced here for the over/under. All right, let's go to the NHL. Let's take a look at the forecast for the NHL, the National Hockey League. Got 9 games on deck here today. And you know what? Let me go to the NHL. Let's go to the NHL. We'll do the system. All right. So we got Montreal taking on San Jose. How come this is not? It's not in order. We're going to the late games. All right. I'll just do it like this. We got San Jose 2.9 to 2.6, and 54% chance of winning for San Jose. Tampa Bay taking on the winless Arizona Coyotes 2.9 to 2.5. 57% chance of winning for the Bolts. Buffalo taking on Anaheim. Now, this is a good game here tonight. Buffalo is, 4-2, 5-2 on the year. Having a good season. In fact, let me go to my NHL computer picks just to get the record. I want to be accurate with my record. I was at 4-2 or 5-2 for Buffalo. 4-2, yeah, 4-2 in a year, and they're coming off a 5-1 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anaheim also. Let me see. Anaheim coming off a 4-3 loss to the Winnipeg Jets. Now, as if you watch my video this morning, any NHL favorites coming off a 1-goal loss, 8-3 on the year, and that pertains to the Anaheim Ducks and the Vancouver Canucks tonight. So those are the two system plays tonight, and we do have Anaheim winning this one, 3.1 to 2.4, 68% chance of winning, 22 games in the system. Vancouver taking on the Flyers. Flyers coming off a big win last night in Edmonton, gave the Oilers their first loss of the year. But I'm going to go with the Canucks here tonight, 3.4 to 2.9, 57% chance of winning here for the Canucks. Calgary's on a 4-game win streak, playing Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's pretty banged up right now. No Jeff Carter, and I know they're missing some players. Hopefully, Sydney will be back soon. 2.9 to 2.4, 57% chance of winning for the Pens. Boston against Carolina. You know what? Carolina has not lost a game yet this year. In fact, where's the Hurricanes? 5-0, and they're off a 5-1 victory. This probably your game of the night between Boston and Carolina, but leaning with the Canes here. Look at that, 73 games, but 313 games for the Bruins in the system. 50.6% chance of winning, 2.9 to 2.6, and a 38% chance for Boston. Hey, if you like Boston, maybe the puck line too, right? LA taking on the Jets, 3.1 to 2.4, 63% chance of winning on the Kings. Seattle taking on Minnesota, the Wild, 2.9 to 2.5, 55% chance of winning. And the Blues, coming off that loss in their last game, or no, it was a win, right? Yeah, 3-0 against the Kings. They're 5-0. And Colorado lost to Vegas last night, 3-1. And you can see my voice starting to go, right? And I'm doing TV today, so I got to get my voice in tip-top shape. 58.2 to 40.08. And we do have the Avalanche winning 3.2 to 2.7. And those are your hockey predictions today for a full Friday, so October 28th. All right, hopefully you guys got all that. Law of average, Bulls are going to play the 5th game. They will lose, says Rui. Andrew Cole, New York Knicks bet staying away. He's staying away, Andrew, from the New York Knicks. Spike Lee. I don't know what John is saying there, Spike Lee. Trends are your friends, that's right. Get to, there's Jermaine. It's a Maine's World. Hey, Jermaine has some good picks at B-Ball Picks, so follow Jermaine over there at bballpicks.com. Chipper Chimini, if I win, I get $10 and a $3 bet, says Chipper. The Cards and over, a $3 bet. All right, drink some hot tea with honey and lemon. Yeah, good advice, Gloria K. Probably will do that. All right, let's go to the trends are your friends. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I'm doing the Ottawa GG game against Carleton Ravens, Canadian University football. So here in Ottawa, we got the team called the Ottawa GGs, where I used to coach, and the Carleton Ravens are a city rival. So Ottawa-Carleton today on Rogers 23. Télévision française aujourd'hui sur le Rogers 23. Les GGs d'Ottawa contre les Ravens de Carleton, ici même à Ottawa, à TD Place à Ottawa. Hey, there's my little French for you guys today. All right, let me go to the old 80% club. Give me the pen, says Bo Jackson. Hey, Bo, I love his little avatar, little penguin avatar right there. I like that, Bo. Looks sharp. All right, let's go to NBA first, and then I'll do NHL. And that's a wrap for today. All right, let me take a look here. Oh, look at this one. The Philadelphia 76ers as a home favorite. Last 2 years, coming off a 2-game road stand. Panda game. Yeah, Bo Jackson, he knows the Panda. Oh, you went to Carleton. Nice. So Bo Jackson is an Ottawa guy, I guess. Yeah, so so in Ottawa, every year we have the Panda game. If you go on Google or YouTube, just type in the Panda game. It's our version of I don't know Alabama. It's not Alabama and Auburn. You know, they call that the what do they call that, the Iron game or the Iron Bowl? It's the same type of concept, right? You know, some teams like Minnesota and the Wolverines play for the jug. Well, the same thing in Ottawa. Carleton, Ottawa plays for the Panda Bowl. Pedro the Pando. Pedro the Panda, and it's a trophy, and it's a fun game. Hey, there's like 20-some thousand students, and I think it's here at Laval, in Canada. The two biggest games of the year. Well, if you go to the Laval game, they always have like 15,000 at the Rouge et Or. But in Ottawa, Panda, I think, is probably the game that has the most attendance in Canada, which is pretty good for football in Canada, right? When you consider we're probably like a hockey nation. But so and if you get a chance, if you're ever in Ottawa in the month of October, I think it's the first week of October, if you go to a Panda game, it's a lot of fun. All right, so let me take a look here. So 12-1, favoring the Sixers. I don't know if I want to lay that much points. San Antonio is a road underdog versus a conference opponent, and they allowed 121 or more points against in their last game. Look at the over. 12-1-1. I was going to say 121-1, but no, 12-1-1. And then let me see here. Look at this. Golden State as a home team, and the total is 220 or more after a conference game and coming off a 2-game road stand. 80% to the under. And here's one more. Detroit as a road team versus a conference opponent during the month of October, a perfect 11-0 to the point spread. And the Chicago Bulls playing the New York Knicks tonight. Chicago is a home favorite, totals 215 to 220 before a non-division game. 12-2-1 to the under. So there's trends are your friends in NBA today. And let me take a look at the NHL, the National Hockey League. And let me see if we got any good trends here today in the NHL. Well, we got a couple here. Tampa Bay as a home team versus a Pacific Division opponent, 13-2, last 15. San Jose as a home favorite versus Montreal, 12-1. Who owns the Chiefs, eh? It owns the Chiefs. The Slapshot movie. San Jose owns Montreal at home, the Shark Tank. Minnesota, there you go, Isaiah. Minnesota as a favorite in the month of October, 29-6. Pretty good team right there. Montreal Canadiens is a road team versus non-conference opponent, totals 5.5, and they're coming off a 4-goal loss, 9-2 to the under. So a nice little system there on the under team system. If you like the Boston Bruins tonight, under, when the Bruins are a road underdog, totals 5.5, coming off a road loss as a dog, and it was exactly a 3-goal loss, 9-2 to the under. And let me see, Buffalo as a road team on Thursday, total 5.5, allowed 1 goal against in their last game, 8-2 to the over. And let me see, Pittsburgh is a home favorite, last 4 years, playing on Thursday, coming off a 1-game loss. There you go, Bo, 9-1 straight up. And the last one here, we'll go Anaheim as a home favorite versus non-division opponent, playing on Thursday, is 15-2. All right, that's a wrap here today before I start losing my voice. Hey, I won't be able to talk tonight on the Carlton GG game there. All right. Have yourself a great rest of your day, folks. And again, don't forget, if you are a member to atsstats.com or you want to get a membership, you can get my plays. Oh, you know what? Since it's College Football Thursday, I'm going to give you guys my college football plays this week for free right here on the YouTube channel for being a loyal listener here on the YouTube channel. These are the plays I'm giving our clients this weekend. North Carolina plus 3.5, TCU plus 3.5, Georgia Tech on the money line, and Louisiana Tech on the money line. Again, changing a bit of the way I do my betting. I don't like to sweat out anything that's -6 or lower, -7 or lower. But I think Louisiana Tech, Georgia Tech minus 188. I think if you're going to lay minus 188 in hockey and in football or baseball, why wouldn't you do it in football, right? So those are my 4 action plays this week. Beer and pizza money. North Carolina against Notre Dame plus 3.5. TCU plus 3.5. Georgia Tech minus 188 money line, and Louisiana Tech, the Bulldogs, minus 188. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, don't forget, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back here on a Football Friday. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll see you mañana. Cheers.